I'm gonna be completely honest, I do not like the way this guy looks. It looks really creepy to me. What's up, agents? Zero here, and welcome back to another Minecraft Pocket Edition video. Today I'm going to be checking out the Chibi Craft resource pack. Now, before I get started, I do realize that today is supposed to be my redstone day. I do apologize that I don't have that this week. So after my video editor decided to not work, and then the crazy weekend that I had, I wasn't actually able to get anything done as far as redstone is. I do apologize. I'll make sure to have something up for you guys by the time next week comes around. I'll still have to figure something out. Anyway, today we're checking out this resource pack. This, as I mentioned, is the Chibi Craft resource pack, and it's made by a guy by the name of Stark TMA, so I'll make sure to put your links down in the description. So as you can tell, every single one of these mobs has, well, a really blocky texture. Now, this is not all the mobs that are in the game. I only chose to do, like, a certain number of them because it changes all except a short number of mobs in the game. As far as the website, it says it changes all except ocelots, the ender dragon, and if you're on 1.2, it did not change the parrots. So that's basically what it is. I'm only doing a short number of these, as I said. So this is the villager. Now, none of these mobs have had any of their behavior changed. It's only their texture. So here's the villager. If I go ahead and click inside on the villager, I'm still actually able to see what this guy has to offer. And this is what chicken looks like. And I actually really like the way the chicken looks now. It looks a lot cuter than it does normally. So here we have ourselves a cow, a pig, a sheep, and something I did not do with the sheep is test to see what it looks like if you shear. This is something I did not test before I got started. I'm kind of curious as to what it looks like. Okay, so it's just the same as the normal texture, except it changes from the wool to skin. Okay, so that's good to know. So next up we have a horse, and I honestly can't tell if this is a baby horse or if it's a full-grown horse. I used the horse spawn egg for this, so I'm not entirely sure what it actually is. And this is, if you couldn't tell, this is a dog. Now, I really like the texture that this dog has. It looks really cute. It's really tiny. I don't necessarily know what kind of breed this is supposed to be. And if I were to able to get a little bit of a better look, it actually has a tongue sticking out. I'll let you go ahead and roam. Looks like he has a bit of a weird animation when he walks, though, which is kind of weird. So I said weird twice. I didn't need to. So now I'm going to quickly cover some of the hostile mobs. Now this again is not all the mobs that are currently in the game, as I mentioned, but again, this changes pretty much almost all of the mobs in the game, and I really didn't want to have to overdo it on the mobs because it was going to take a while to set up if I did that. So first up we have ourselves a zombie right here, and if you could turn around and take a look at me, I'm over here, dude. There we go. So this is what the zombie looks like. I really like the way he looks. He looks a lot less menacing than he does normally, and right next to him is the skeleton, and it doesn't look like he's able to hold the bow very well, but then came with the texture. It had to have been done in some sort of way, but I do like the way the skeleton looks, although it does make it look like it's a lot less detailed. It's just the spine, the arms, the legs, and the head, whereas the default skeleton with our resource pack is like a rib cage and stuff. You guys know what that looks like. Next up I have a spider. I'm going to be completely honest, I do not like the way this guy looks. It looks really creepy to me. Now, again, these did not change any of the actual behaviors, but honestly, even though this is meant to look a lot different than the vanilla spider, it's just that something about its shape just looks really weird. I mean, I don't exactly fear spiders in vanilla Minecraft to begin with, but granted this is supposed to take that kind of fear away, it kind of makes me fear them a little bit more. I know that sounds a little bit weird, but that's just me. You guys probably have a different opinion, which is perfectly fine. Next up we have ourselves a creeper, and these guys look really cute if I'm going to be completely honest. They almost look like they want to give you a hug. I know that sounds a bit weird to say, but kind of looks that way to me. We've got ourselves a zombie pigman here, which, can you turn around? There we go. So, it almost looks like, well, to me, zombie pigmen and pigs together, they don't look anywhere close to being the same, and these guys actually look a lot similar with this resource pack turned on, and he seems to be holding the sword just fine. Next up we have ourselves a witch, and I kind of like the texture of the witch. She looks really... Actually, let me double check the normal villager. Yeah, okay, so I was about to say she looks a little bit thin for a mob, but then again, the normal villager seems to look just fine. I couldn't quite tell that from earlier, and I really like the way it looks, especially her hat. I know it sounds a bit weird, but her hat does actually look really cool. Next up we have ourselves the Vindicator, which this is what he looks like, and this is the Evoker. Now, I know it's a little bit hard to tell what each of the two of them actually look like, because the only difference that you can tell between the two of them is the color of their jackets. That's the only way you can tell the difference between the two, but this is the Vindicator, and this is the Evoker. And out of all of the textures that I actually have seen thus far, I have to say I kind of like the zombie the best, because as I mentioned earlier, he doesn't look menacing at all, point blank. He looks really cute in my opinion. But you know what, that's actually going to have to do it for this short little video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, make sure that like button. One more thing, make sure that subscribe button for future content. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at AgentCP0 to stay updated. This has been Zero Stews. Thank you guys for watching. And with that, I will see you guys later.